Hi everyone, it's been a while, hasn't it? I've been ill, I do apologise. Anyway, Coral Islands time. So, the playthroughs are there for both of the games. This is two dice stacking games in one. Two kind of playthroughs in one. It's on Kickstarter right now. It's in the description if you'd like to go over to the campaign page or see any of those playthroughs that I mentioned, because they will hopefully do a much better job than I will at describing these games to you. But yeah, I really enjoy stuff from Alley Cat Games. I've gone on and on and on about things from them before. You know, what have we done on here? We did Cauldron Master, Pocket Farmer, Dice Hospital was the big one. Coral Islands, just a really nice, cute, fast-playing double pack of dice stacking games. So you've got the kind of pattern stacking from Coral, where you are placing your dice one by one and trying to achieve these patterns that have to involve other people's dice. You're communally building these patterns and trying to watch out for, you know, the Connect Four kind of thing of, you know, you don't want to leave an opportunity for other people to build on what you've done to be able to complete a structure, but at the same time you need their dice and you need to be building off them to try and get those big points when you do finally manage to pull off one of those patterns. The fish tokens are nice, that you can manipulate your dice. You aren't just tied to what you roll. You have got a bit of manipulation there, and yeah, if you save enough up, you can maybe play two dice down in one go that will let you get that pattern down before anybody can do anything about it, and yeah, just basically bring things in your favour as much as you can. I really like, I'd say out of the two, my favourite is Islands, because I like this. I like this notion that we are kind of shifting the actual board itself. We're shifting these dice that all start off as ones in their various configurations, and we are rolling them bit by bit to not just. It's interesting that you've got all of these decisions that go into what you are picking for your turn, not just the colour that are available and the number of stars that you'll get to try and pin down a majority for the end of the game, but you are also trying to build up these stacks that can change, you know, ownership and change value to you massively turn by turn. You're trying to arrange these stacks of dice so that your majorities will actually be worth something, because you might, you know, collect tons and tons of green cards and then find out that the way things have gone with the stacks and everything, you kind of let things slip, and actually for all of these cards that you collected, for all of this effort that you put in, all you're going to end up with is one dice at the end. It's a nice double system, really, that you are doing a more conventional area majority card collecting thing, but in doing so you are building up which colours are worth what at the end. You know, it was all down to what you as players did, which powers were available for you to manipulate, which stacks you really concentrated on. You could really just concentrate on a couple of things and hope to keep majority in those, and they might give you enough dice to give you the win at the end. Or do you just spread yourself thin and, you know, hope that, you know, sometimes second place can be just as good. You saw in the playthrough that the way things go, unless I was playing for two people, you could keep better track of it just playing for one person. But yeah, you can end up with, okay, we raced and raced, we fought for majority of the reds, and, you know, I just missed out. But actually, second place is only one or two dice less, and if I had just picked up a random card in yellow and just nobody had really cared about that, but that's a point there. And, you know, in games with more players, there will be more contention over the different colours and things, and yeah, you won't be able to spread yourself across all of them. But as long as you've got a bit of a stake in all of them, then yeah, it depends how many stacks there are of each colour, but you can still get something for yourself at the end of the game. Yeah, I really like how all of that can change. It is a little bit, you know, I go on about how I don't really like any conflict in games, and it's very, very light conflict that I imagine most people would say, what, there's none in here. But it can, you know, it can end up being that, you know, you've worked all game for this thing, and now somebody is going to roll the top dice off it and turn it into a different colour, or, you know, your stacks aren't going to, you know, the whole situation, as I mentioned, can change over the course of the game. And yeah, it's as well as the majority changing, the actual value of those majorities is changing quite dynamically over the course of it as well. So it can be a little issue for not necessarily out and out being mean to each other, but yeah, you can't hold on to anything as your own because any of it could change over the course of the game. That might be something to be aware of, or something for H anyway, but that's just us. I really like the look of all of the games. You know, it's art from Sabrina Miramon, who did Dice Hospital and loads of other games. I realise as it gets to the end of the videos I tend to run out of steam and run out of a train of thought. But anyway, they look beautiful. They're both very different, very fast playing, easy to learn dice stacking games, but hopefully the playthroughs themselves gave you a good idea of whether you would be interested in them. The campaign's running now, it's on Kickstarter, unless you're watching in the future, in which case you missed it. But anyway, that's Coral Islands for you. Bye everyone.